Whether you're in Iceland or your local countryside, being with people you enjoy and feel relaxed around is critical. Good company is restorative, and it's important that you're with people who don't make you feel pressure to be productive. Hi there, and a warm welcome to the Habit Nerd podcast. I'm Dr. Bree Hearn, host and general nerd about all things habits. Over my 20 plus years working as a writer, educator, researcher, keynote speaker, and coach, I've realized that habits influence everything from our health to our productivity and even our relationships. It was Aristotle, in fact, who said we become what we repeatedly do. On this podcast, you'll learn from inspiring experts as they share the habits and systems that help them live happily, healthily, and to achieve enormous success in their chosen fields. Thanks for being here. I do hope that you enjoy the episode. Hello there, Habit Nerds. Thank you for spending the time listening to our episode today. It's my honor and delight to have your company. Now, it is getting really cold here in Melbourne where I'm recording this podcast. In Australia, it is winter. And you know what winter does? It makes us think about holidays. It makes us dream about going somewhere warm. And in fact, soon we'll be opening our social media apps, our Instagram accounts, and seeing lots of people that we are and aren't friends with, friends and acquaintances, jetting off somewhere sunny, maybe to Europe or somewhere else where they will engage in some rest and recovery. Now, the reason I'm talking about this today is we are talking about the holiday habit, so making a habit of taking holidays. So we've all been there. You come back from a holiday more tired than when you actually left. So today we're diving into the science of energy restoration. What actually makes a holiday break restorative, and where should you go to truly recharge? I remember this year I got back from the Easter long weekend, and I only was away for a weekend, even though the rest of my family had been there for longer, and it was fairly jam-packed. It was fairly jam-packed with activities. So as much as it was in a beautiful part of Alpine Victoria and it was with people that I love, I did come back not particularly well rested. Now, given that this podcast is evidence-based, and I'm a huge fangirl of Professor Adam Grant, who is the host of the Work Life podcast, which is on high rotation in my headphones. He's also an author and a professor at the Wharton School of the University of Pennsylvania. Professor Adam Grant specializes in organizational psychology, which is one of my favorite topics to read about and to talk about. Now, Grant emphasizes the importance of proactively planning and taking annual leave. So he talks about the importance of viewing it not as a reward, but as a right and a responsibility, and that leaders should model and encourage time off. Grant argues that when leaders take and respect vacation or holiday time, it creates a healthier organizational culture. And obviously, teams are more likely to feel safe taking breaks if they say it being valued and normalized by their leaders. So I'm going to talk to you, Habit Nerd, about the benefits from a scientific point of view of taking holidays. You can boost your productivity and creativity by taking leave in three main areas. Adam Grant emphasizes that time off helps restore mental energy, which obviously is crucial for maintaining high performance. In fact, the research shows that companies that prioritize proactive rest and recovery see a really big increase in employee performance. Grant's research and commentary suggest also that burnout stems from not hard work alone, but from a lack of recovery time. And this certainly rings true for me, and I wonder whether it does for you, my dear listeners. Creativity often emerges during downtime, when our brain has the space to wander and to make new connections. So the benefits of taking holidays from a productivity and creativity point of view are increased performance at work overall, less chance of burnout, and more chance for creativity to flourish. Now, quality of the time off matters. Professor Grant would tell us it's not just about taking a break, but it's about how you take it. Grant highlights that the frequency of time off, rather than its duration, so rather than how long you're actually away, is more crucial for reducing stress and boosting overall well-being. Grant says that strategically scheduling multiple shorter vacations throughout the year is better than taking one long one. So instead of saving your leave and your money for a big Christmas holiday break or that overseas trip to Europe, which would be awesome, mind you, to get all of the benefits of holidays I just mentioned, more frequent, shorter breaks are actually better. So it is better, for example, to take a long weekend, maybe every 2 or 3 months. The reason Habit Nerds that it's good to have a few shorter holidays planned is because of the boost to your well-being. Think about it. You gain the benefits from looking forward to the holiday or the mini break. You obviously get the great feeling when you're on the holiday. And Grant's research shows that the benefits can endure longer than previously thought after you're back at work. These gradually diminish, of course, at which time you might have another mini break to look forward to again, and the cycle continues. Now, an important reminder from Adam Grant is that your break should be taken somewhere that supports complete detachment from work. A key finding in his research is that the ability to mentally disconnect from work is the most important factor in how restorative or not restorative a holiday is. So the recommendation is to choose a place to go away where you A, don't feel pressure to check your email or your Slack or your work messages. B, you don't associate the place with your job or your industry. And C, where you can fully engage in the moment. So now you might be wondering about where to go. So let's talk destination. Professor Grant, while he doesn't prescribe one perfect destination, he does share insight and draws on his own research about what kinds of holidays are most restorative. The focus is on less where geographically and more on how and what kind of experience gives your brain and your body a real break. So here's what the research, including Grant's take, says about how and where to take holidays for the best rest. Are you smart, capable, and secretly exhausted? You are not alone. If you're a woman who's done everything right but still feels like you're running on empty, it's time to stop surviving and to start choosing. I'm Bree, the Habit Nerd. I coach women who are done with hustle culture and don't need another planner. They need a better way to work and to live. As an academic at Australia's #1 university, I bring trusted, research-backed tools to your real everyday challenges. As a busy mum myself, my 4-part coaching system matches proven science to your point of need, so you can create habits that last and invest your time and energy where it matters most. This isn't about doing more, it's about doing what is right for you. I will help you feel proud of how you show up at work and at home, for yourself and for the people that you love. If you're ready to feel focused, fulfilled, and in control without burning out, let's talk. Head over to the Habit Nerd on Instagram, where you'll find my calendar. Book a meeting and let's get a conversation started. Now, nature-based locations are optimal for mental recovery. Spending time in nature, so think about forests, beaches, mountains, is strongly linked to reduce stress, to lower cortisol, and to improved attention. Now, what's interesting is this work on blue spaces. Adam Grant's research also explores how spending time in blue spaces, so think about areas with water, so lakes, rivers, or the ocean, can be even more soothing than green spaces. So think about your most restful, restorative long weekends away or holiday breaks. Were they in blue spaces? Were they in green spaces? Which did you find more relaxing? And how can you use that knowledge to plan your next holiday somewhere blue? Now, this is interesting. New experiences in a relaxed setting are ideal. Adam Grant highlights the benefit of novelty and play on holidays. So given this, when you're planning a holiday, You might think about places that offer new, engaging experiences to help refresh your mind. When I think about this, I remember my best holiday experiences being like my family's trip to Fiji a couple of years ago. It was super privileged, yes, a mix of days reading by the pool with visits to new islands, learning about new people and culture, and learning new things. So there was a real mix of new and engaging experiences to refresh my mind and really intentional rest. Now, habit nerds, novelty really has been shown to help refresh your brain, which is restorative in its own way. So think about places where you can learn something new in a chilled out way. Maybe you could learn to cook in Tuscany, maybe you could go surfing in Costa Rica or explore temples in Bali or Japan, for example. But, and this is a big one, your holiday should not be so packed that you're exhausted. Balance is key. It should be lightly stimulating, but not exhausting and not overwhelming. Now, another really important finding around holidays in this research. Make a habit of thinking about who you go on holidays with. Because guess what? Who you're with matters just as much as where you go. Professor Adam Grant shares that positive social connection boosts the restorative power of time off. Time with people who energize you, not drain you, can have major mental health benefits. So whether it's your partner or close friends or even solo, if that's what feels good to you, be intentional about the company that you keep while you're on the holiday. Whether you're in Iceland or your local countryside, being with people you enjoy and feel relaxed around is critical. Good company is restorative, and it's important that you're with people who don't make you feel pressure to be productive. My favorite holidays with friends are those where anything goes. So we can go off alone or in mixed groups if the mood and the activity strikes. If I want to read my book alongside a friend and not feel the need to have a conversation, that is the gold standard of holiday company for me. So habit nerds, I hope I have sold to you the idea that taking holidays isn't laziness. In fact, it is strategic. Professor Grant helps us reframe this rest as a strategic tool rather than an indulgence. He tells us that time off contributes to the long-term performance, motivation, and job satisfaction of employees. And a final message for you if taking a holiday in the near future is financially not quite viable, or maybe you don't have enough leave accrued. Adam Grant advocates for incorporating micro breaks throughout the workday, such as short walking breaks to boost your energy and focus. And the last point that Adam makes is piggybacking joy. So he suggests incorporating activities that bring joy into our daily routines. So don't wait to do fun things on holidays. Try and inject some fun in your everyday. This increases our overall happiness and well-being. So habit nerds, I hope I gave you some insight into the important research around the habit of taking holidays today. Let me know what you think. Let me know where you're going on your next holiday, and connect with me over at Instagram at The Habit Nerd. Thanks again for your company. Thank you for tuning into this episode of The Habit Nerd. I hope you found some new inspiration, learned something new, or gained a fresh perspective. If you did enjoy the episode, I would be really grateful if you could please leave a 5-star review, as it helps the show get in the ears of new listeners, plus it should only take you 5 seconds. If you're keen for more tips and insights, then head over to Instagram and follow Habit Nerd.